my crafty friends, it's Jackie Ballheis from Comp'n Stampers. Today I have a fun and easy technique for you. It's just been kind of recently that I've been getting into doing techniques for something different, but we always keep them easy and not very messy because I don't do those things. So I think you're gonna like this one, and we're gonna use some tissue paper, something that at least I always have laying around my house. So let's flip the camera down because I can't wait to share this fun technique with you. Okay, this is definitely something new and different for me, and I can't wait to share it with you because I had fun. I am just starting with a piece of tissue paper. Now it's plenty big. I'm going to end up putting this onto a 5.5 by 4 1/4. So I wanted to make sure I had more than plenty of room. Okay, so you can, I don't know, I got a good inch, inch and a half all the way around. So make it as big as you want. Now I've got two different stamps here. We're kind of combining. I've got the flower right here from Charming Day, and then we're going to use this leaf from Textured Notes. This is one of those techniques that lets your mind just wander. Look at your different stamps and see what you might be able to do with them. Again, I'm keeping it simple, so I have Flirty Flamingo here, and I am just randomly stamping this flower. When I random stamp, I like to spin my paper, cardstock, whatever around. I think it helps you get a little bit more random than, you know, trying to turn your hand all the time. I am going all the way out to the edges just so that no matter what part I use, I know I'm safe and come off the edges. Okay, so we have that color on there. Then what I'm going to do is take that leaf stamp I shared from that Textured Notes, and we're going to use Old Olive, but I want it light. So I'm going to always stamp it on scrap paper first. And actually, I could probably stamp it a couple of times. And notice I'm just trying to fill in all around these flowers. It can go over the flowers. Think of, you know, kind of a collage type look, I guess. But my goal is just to get it all filled in. So we're almost there here. Let's just, a lot of ink on this one. We can get it. See, you can just kind of go however. There's no right or wrong. Okay, so there's our stamped piece of tissue paper. That's kind of pretty all on its own. But for our background for the card, first off, I want to make sure it's dry. Ink dries pretty quick on here. I like to just kind of blot it off here to make sure we don't have straggling ink. Looks good. And then you're going to take this and crumble it up. Crumble it up nice and tight. You want it nice and wrinkly. Sometimes if it doesn't look as wrinkly as you want it, open it up and crumble it again. Okay, get it nice and tight into a ball. You can even roll it up, whatever you want. We want lots and lots of wrinkles in there. So then we're going to carefully open this back up. And then I am going to take, I got a little hole in it. So you got to be a little more gentle than that. That's okay. Well, it'll be just fine, I promise. Now we're going to take this piece, 5.5 by 4 1/4, and I am going to stick a piece of adhesive sheet on it. And just to make sure I don't get stuff stuck everywhere, I cut this to be 5 1/4 by 4. So it's smaller than my white. Now, if you don't have adhesive sheets, I'll give you a couple of tips, or if you haven't used them like me, is you're going to just separate it. Okay, this is a backing. We're going to take that off. And then I'm going to take this because the adhesive's on there, and we're going to stick it down to our cardstock. Now, typically, you just use these for like die cuts or the really fine detailed die cuts. They work awesome. But this is a technique you can do with them as well. And then once you have it stuck down there, we're going to just peel up, get it started here, and peel off that edge. Now, this is all adhesive. Now, if you don't have the adhesive sheets, you could also use... probably any adhesive will work. You can even use your liquid glue. I would make sure it got spread really thin and all over. So you just want lots of adhesive. So that whole thing is filled with adhesive. Now we're going to take our crumbled up piece here, and I don't want it too flat. Okay, and I'm going to just set it over there. This is why we had those extra edges, right? And then we're going to just start gently pressing it down. Here's where that hole is, so you want to make sure everything. But you want those wrinkles to stay, so don't rub it, just press it all the way out. And then what I like to do is, once it's all on there, flip it over and then rub to get that adhesive stuck on there really well. And there you go. You can see all the wrinkles. Actually, if I hold it that way, you can probably see it a little bit better. It's so pretty. Now what we're gonna do is grab our paper trimmer, and we have lots of extra here. What I like to do is just start at one of these ends to get a smooth end. And I found if I start by putting my cutter kind of in the middle and then cut up and cut down, it gives me a better cut with the tissue paper. And there, that one didn't work so good. You know what? Typically, I do not do that one upside down. So that was my fault. Don't do it upside down. Let's try this again. Let's stick that on there. Actually, we got a little extra. So tissue paper up, do it in the middle, and then go up and then down. Because you got to be careful to cut through that tissue paper, but you don't want to shred it. So then once you get one edge, and we're going to flip it over this way, and I'm going to do the same thing. Okay, I'm using that, you know, for my guide up across the top to square it up there. Cut that edge. And then I want to make this to be 5 by 3 3/4. So we'll cut that piece off. Okay, and then this way we're going to go 3 3/4. So we're just trimming it down. But you can see we had all that extra to play with so that we could cut it down. And there is our pretty tissue paper background. I think some people call this like a faux linen look because you've got all the wrinkles and all that. So all we got to do now is finish off the card, and we're going to keep it super easy. We're going to put this onto a piece of basic black. Basic black goes amazing with any color. I like it most cases more than coordinating my colors. You know, I could put Old Olive back there or the Flirty Flamingo, but I think this just makes everything pop even more. So we got a card base. Basic beige is the card base I use so often. And we're going to just stick that right on there. And then I did a little pre-work already. Thanks for being you. I embossed that and cut it out with the stylish shape dies. Okay, that's from the Charming Day. And then I also, with the Charming Day stamp set, one of the dies in there is a standalone die that makes this nice little branch. And so now we're going to look at this card and let's see, do we want it to go this way? Because all I'm really going to do is something like that. And I also cut out 2 banners just to add a little bit more, so we could go something like that. I wasn't sure. Or we could do something like, oh, nope, I like this better. I think this really pulls out that Flirty Flamingo in there. So that's what our card's going to look like. So let's go ahead and stick this all together. And then I have a couple other samples to share with you. As you can see, this was a really simple technique. So it's all about making that pretty background and then basically just putting a sentiment on it. And we're just going to add this little bit of greenery as well. You know, and just like everything, you can keep it simple like I do, or step it up, okay, by adding just more die cuts or images or layers. And then let's stick that on here like so, and grab some dimensionals because we need dimensionals on everything, right? Stick those on there. And just like that, we have a quick and easy card that has a unique and different background besides it just being stamped cardstock. So where do we want that? Let's recenter it, down center it, about like so. And there you go. There is, oh, that's crooked. You know, when I pick it up, I'm like, ooh, that's really crooked. So there's our card. Now let me show the other ones that I did. Here I used Coastal Cabana. And that's where I kind of got the idea to throw in the green here. Because when I did, and actually this one I haven't even stuck together. I need to do that. With this one, you'll see I did the 2 different leaves that are both from Textured Notes. And the smaller one I stamped off to make it lighter to fill in that background. And then this was the first one. And I looked, there's an awful lot of just white space there, which it looks fine. But I kind of like the filled in look. So that's why I opted on this one to kind of combine the both and put the green in the background. And I think I really like that. It just fills it in a little bit more. So there you go. Quick and easy technique of the month. If you like simple techniques, make sure to check out the Creativity Made Simple tutorial Every month we put a new tutorial together that has a card template, a fun fold card template, and an easy technique. It's not this one, it's a different one. We have a video and step-by-step instructions for the technique of the month on that Creativity Made Simple tutorial. I'll have all the information over on my blog post. You'll find the link in the video description, as well as pictures of these and my measurements and all the supplies I used. So I hope you like this project, and I hope you give it a try. Have a Stamp Happy day. Bye, everyone.